I'm just going to grab a couple more before I check what that was. Okay, we've got the raccoon, the swan, the beaver, and the fox. Wild boar on the back of the deck. There's something about keeping quiet what you're building right now. Moving like the wind, that camouflage energy of the fox. Something you're creating, something you're building, maybe to do with a family, maybe keeping family matters quiet. Or be mindful who you're sharing things with. It feels like there could be people around you that you want to bring into some kind of project, or let them know about some kind of dream that you're creating. It feels like you're being guided to see people for who they are, not for who you want them to be, and to share accordingly, whilst remembering that it's not personal. It's like moving in that state of grace. It's like you're being called to lead. You're being called to lead, to not be taking things personally, to see the bigger picture, move from a higher place. The raccoon, that little bandit energy, that Robin Hood energy, caring for others, providing for others, maybe providing services, maybe you're providing jobs, paving a new way. It's like there's something happening here. Be mindful who you're telling things to. Outside energy throws things off. Wait for things to come into fruition. Wait for things to start moving. People will see things when it's time for them to see them. If there are certain energies that you wish you could share with, but you know intuitively that it's not a good idea, it's like work through accepting that. Work through those feelings. Instead of fighting to change someone, to get up to scratch in some way. It's like there's bigger fish to fry here. It feels like you could be leading a community or caring for a family. It feels like fully in your purpose from that place of service. Really being used divinely. For the greater good. It feels like you're aware of this, but not everyone needs to know everything. Maybe even there's certain ways of doing things where you can do one thing but you're really doing another thing. Something's for you to know, something's for you to see. There's a vision for you to see, for you to understand how something's going to unfold. It feels like this isn't something that should be made into some kind of news, into some kind of conversation with people that are not 100% your people, that you know that you can trust. You could be receiving a lot of insight through dreams. Keeping a dream journal would be great. It feels like a lot of ideas come into you. Maybe certain insights about things that are like upcoming events. The fox. Yeah. 8 of Cups. Avoid the drama at this time. It's like, on a surface level, it's like somebody could play that they're happy for you, but it's like, you know, that's not the case. Or there's some kind of jealousy, some kind of frustration, some kind of hate there. It's like, just feels like staying on the down low. Not announcing what moves you're making or when you're making them. Your emotions are necessary. Your emotions are needed. Your emotional health is going to determine certain outcomes. 3 of Swords. So it's like, do what you can to not entertain some kind of drama. It's like, don't set yourself up for a failure in the terms of telling someone some kind of information when you already know that their intentions aren't genuine, just because it feels good in the moment. You know, like that fake friend energy, that's how it's coming through. It's like, you could speak to this person, it could all seem very fine, but you know that it's not. It feels like you could put yourself in an illusion that it is, for the sake of just, oh, it's not that deep, like seeing this person as an acquaintance, not seeing whatever you're building as that deep, but it's like, it is that deep, it's sacred, it's important. It's to be valued, protected, nurtured. How you wouldn't just hand anyone your child. Or like something you care about. If you haven't got children, I can't relate to that, I haven't got children, but in terms of, you know, that kind of energy. People can't think negatively about what they don't know about. And it's like, even if you can handle that projection, why even put it in the way for it to be handled? Whatever you're building, it feels like you're building something with a lover. You're either with somebody already that works very hard. It's like they put in the hours, they put in the work. Or you'll be meeting somebody that does that. It's like meeting somebody that runs at your level, that has a similar work ethic or takes a similar way around things, or appreciates something in the same way. Attention to detail, maybe. Maybe it's not in the case of physical, maybe it's in the case of like attention to detail. It's coming through like how some people can't just work with anyone. How you could feel slowed down, or you could feel irritated, you could feel like your spirit's irritated by certain energies, whatever it is. It's like somebody runs the same way as you. Like maybe you like working in a certain environment or at a certain time in a certain energy. Maybe you have certain like personal rules or standards that you keep when it comes to business, when it comes to finance, when it comes to your life in the physical. But it feels like this person has the same methods or values or ways of doing things, that it's going to make it easy to build whatever this is. Whether it's an empire, whether it's a house, whether it's a whatever it is, it's like, it's going to make it easier. Because there's no miscommunication. There's no having to explain things. There's no having to guide someone, or like having to have someone shadow you in some way. I'm seeing like how the eagles dance when they dance together through the sky, in terms of, I think it's like a mating dance. When they like have their talons linked. It's very majestic, but it's like in perfect sync. It looks like a dance because of how effortlessly it flows, because of the movement. And there's something about that. It's like something just comes together and it works. The word twins coming through. I don't really know enough about the twin flame thing, and I don't really pick up on that, but it's coming through. So maybe it's that kind of dynamic, but I can't go into that because I don't really, I know it's like someone runs, someone chases, then the energy shifts and it's the other way around. Or it's like, is it a split soul? I don't even know. I need to, when I feel called to look into that, I will. But something about that, it could be like soulmate energy, twin flame energy. It feels like meeting another you, or feeling just connected, feeling like you fit like a perfect piece of the puzzle. The swan. Yeah, it's like somebody's coming in heated, somebody could be pushing your buttons, or it's like you're just getting irritated every time you hear from someone, every time you hear about something. It's an irritation. It feels like it's making you want to go on the defense, making you want to fight. The advice is to move into your heart space. It's like there's no need. There's no need to drain yourself fighting a fight you don't need to fight. It's like there is no fight. Somebody who's either trying to annoy you, push your buttons, cause you some kind of downfall, whatever they're up to, or whether it's just trying to get your attention. That thing of a lot of the time, hate stems from love, but it's like people don't know how to express that. That jealousy stems from really feeling inspired by someone. It's like that same kind of thing. It's not actually personal that you need to fight with this person or whatever this energy is. It's like sending that love to diffuse it. Realize it's not personal. If anything, it's a compliment, even though it doesn't seem that way. When somebody's irritating your spirit or trying to throw you off to get some kind of attention, it feels like it's because somebody admires or looks up to you or cares for you or likes you or wherever it is. The raccoon. It's like there's no time for this. Don't even give it any attention. Don't cater to this energy, because there's bigger things going on here. There's more important things you actually care about. It feels like you could spend a lot of energy, you could waste a lot of energy on going back and forth with some kind of drama, arguing about something. It's coming through like texts or calls, or like some kind of fueling some kind of karmic cycle, some kind of trauma bond, some kind of headache. Or it's like that thing of keeping up appearances. It's like you're speaking to each other in a pleasant way, but it's like really you're feeling away. But it's like it's an unspoken thing. Someone's not saying how they really feel, but you know their true intentions. You may have just got caught in a habit of catering to somebody, or it's like being polite to somebody, but it feels fake. It feels like you're aware of this. It could feel like more effort to end something than to not, because it's not that deep. But it's like it is that deep for you to detach from this, however you want to do it, whether that's not seeing someone, but being able to detach from it anyway, whatever's right for you. But it's like Yeah, the world on the raccoon. It feels like helping others, leading others, guiding others. New community, new earth energy, the world, the Four of Wands, however you want to take that. The Magician, 2002. Yeah, prepare for the future. First page it opened on was the squirrel gathering. And now we're on the swan. I was going to go to the raccoon, but let's see what it's saying, because it must be for a reason. The swan card is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. If you are resisting your self-transformation, relax. It will be easier if you go with the flow. Stop denying that you know who is calling when the phone rings. Pay attention to your hunches and your gut knowledge. And honor your female intuitive side. If you pulled Swan, it ushers in a time of altered states of awareness and of development of your intuitive abilities. Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender to the power of Great Spirit, and to accept the healing and transformation of their lives. Raccoon, generous protector. Page 221, 222 and 222 on the clock. Raccoon carries the medicine of the protector of the underdog and provider for the young, infirm and elderly, often called Little Bandit by southern tribes. This Robin Hood of the animal kingdom teaches us about generosity and caring for others. When Raccoon comes your way, you are being asked to contact your inner warrior, to become a protector and generous provider for those in need. Raccoon medicine people have the uncanny ability to assist others without allowing them to become victims or dependents, like awakening the leader in others. Like a true leader doesn't just control people or tell them what to do, order them around, but to actually show them how to become a leader for themselves and for others. It's like being open to actually be used in that way. Like the tribal chiefs of old, Raccoon tends to the needs of the tribe before taking anything for itself. Chiefs earn their equal feathers when they promote every human's right to self-dignity. Acting in this manner brings that same honour to yourself and to your family. Provide for your own needs or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously. Raccoon asks that you honour yourself and others equally. The star, number 17. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So get ready to receive. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the option. 7 of Summer. Alright, I'm going to jump into a Celtic cross. Present energy, Scorpio. The world. The Hanged Man. King of Cups. There's something about, there's an end of a cycle. Something's closed out, something's over and done with. The best thing you can do right now is just stop, slow down. It's like the doorway to the new beginning is through you. Go within to come back out. It feels like leading in terms of, it's a very healthy, caring, nurturing, masculine energy. It feels like, regardless of gender, it's like leading a family, taking care of others, providing for a community, or providing services, or it feels like a lot of people see you as a shelter, as a safe place, as somewhere that they're listened to, that they're cared for. It feels like a father kind of energy. Very noble. Again, regardless of gender, it's just like a healthy masculine energy. Past energy. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, Page of Wands. I just want to say ouch. I don't even know what this is or how to say this, but I've got achy shoulders. I feel it's just battles, fighting to escape something, whether it's escaping something within yourself, escaping certain aspects of systems. And it feels like a very scary energy in terms of really having to be the first one to do something or free yourself from something, take a risk that you didn't know if it was going to pay off. It feels like it's brought a lot of anxiety, that there was no way of really knowing until you knew. And it's like in retrospect, it seems like, of course it would have worked, or of course something would have worked out, but it feels like you, like that 9 life kind of energy, that cat energy, like something could have tried to finish you, or it's like it actually finished you multiple times, and it's just like you keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Feels like a hell of a ride. To be fair, it kind of makes sense with this, how this King of Cups is showing up. It's like, how this energy is even possible. Maybe through personal experience. How those that really love the most unconditionally usually have, you know, faced a lot of heavy situations. The best you can do is like just keep coming back to your heart, back to your heart space, Queen of Cups. It's like nurture yourself, look after yourself, clarify this, foundational. Oh, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah. This feels sore. I don't know what this is. It feels like abandonment, or feeling left out in the cold, maybe actually being abandoned in some way, maybe from childhood. There's something about it's like feeling completely alone and lost. Like there's nothing to live for. You could have spent a long time in a kind of negative mindset, focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do have or what you could create. Like look at how he's looking at the spilt cups. Feeling not good enough, like something's not good enough, maybe because of some kind of abandonment wound. It's like having to really fight for yourself in every sense of the word, in many different ways. learning how to love yourself. For some of you, it's like learning how to reparent yourself, or learning how to treat yourself. And it's like you never had an example of that in the way that you've learned how to do that. How you see yourself. Justice. Alright, just give me one. Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune. It feels like a change of fate. When it's come out in reverse, then it said like turn it back up, and there's something about a change of fate, or it feels like the Emperor. It feels like achieving something that was never meant to be possible for you to achieve, or that realistically it shouldn't have been possible for you to achieve. It's like, oh, you're done. I'm seeing someone like how in films someone's like gets shot or something happens and they think they're done with. It's like the people that done it go off like celebrating, like it's over, it's done. That's the end of that. And then as they walk off into the distance, the man that they thought they got is like he gets back up and he goes off and he heals and whatever. There's something about that. It's like, surely not. Surely you can't come up from the depths of some kind of doom. And then it's like, hello, Emperor. It's like it shouldn't be. Like the case of the bee being able to fly. It's like it shouldn't be possible. Surely not. I'm seeing someone come out and it's like back in the day. I don't even know what this vision is, but it's like back in the day and there's like someone comes out that isn't meant to be around, or that people think have passed away or something, and it's like he returns and everyone's standing in the town like whispering, gossiping, like surely not. Like how has he done that? Again, regardless of gender. Who's that? Clarify. It's like a fear. Okay, some of you, it's like a fear of being dissatisfied. It's like never going back to something that once was. A fear of being dissatisfied. It's like after coming from this Ten of Swords energy to this Emperor energy, this Wheel of Fortune energy, it's like, I'll be damned if I ever go back. Like you won't catch me back in this, you're feeling like this or whatever. But it feels like this has been necessary to fuel something to move you forward in some way. But don't let it become too much of anything is a bad thing. It's like, don't let that become some kind of restriction when it comes to your dreams. Nine of Cups in reverse. It feels like it could be time to shift the intention, the fuel, like the energy you're putting into something, your why, the motivation, the reason. It's like you're not fighting to get out of somewhere anymore, change the narrative. You're out of somewhere, not feeling like you have to keep recycling a fight. It's like the fight's been won. Now it's time to shift. Now you're not fighting to survive, or now you're not fighting to to prove something or whatever it is. You're not fighting to get back to your power. It's like, that's done. Now it's time to just enjoy, get in your heart space, create space so that you can serve. A lot of success, a lot of opportunities coming in. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Feels like these are things that you've been prepared for spiritually. Clarify. Yes, like, don't deceive yourself that you have to keep grinding, that you have to keep, not even keep grinding, but like, it's, that you have to keep some kind of rage or bitterness or anger or fuel, like, to fuel you. It's like, just because that got you so far doesn't mean you need to keep that same fuel to keep moving. It's like, it does the job, but there's a better one. I'm seeing some car, it's like switching from some kind of smoky fuel that causes some big pollution to some eco-friendly fuel, some plant fuel. It's like, it does the job, it gets you along, but it's toxic in the long run. Maybe not even now, maybe not even for a long time, but in the long run, it feels like it's not gonna be as enjoyable as it would be for you to create a separation between, okay, that was that, this is now. Finding a new why, a new intention, a new feeling, a new drive, getting in your heart space, doing things from the heart because you want to, like, the motivation is the service or your purpose or your happiness or whatever it is. Because it's like, there could be some kind of emotion recycling itself just because you're chemically addicted to that emotion, but actually there's no space for that emotion anymore in your reality. It's like, adjust. Something's waiting for you to adjust. Yeah, the Sun, King of Pentacles, Judgment. And the Star again. Just to confirm. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.